No, we don't edit.
Oh dear. Right. Welcome back to Implexus, A Whole Lot of Nothing, episode 16. I was right. It was 15 last week. You were wrong.
You said it was 14. I said it was 15.
I thought you said it was 16.
Yeah, you said it was 16, and I was like, no, it's definitely not. It's 15.
Oh, okay. I'll admit
It
I
goes
was wrong.
14, 15, 16. Right. Yeah, 10 seconds. Let's go.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Something that made me happy.
No, anything. It can make you sad.
Oh, can it
It can
make
make
me
you
sad?
neutral. Something that you want to share with the world are like.
I don't want to share
We've got about
anything
40,
with the world.
40
The world does
consistent
not
viewers.
need to know what goes on in here. I started a new book on Sunday.
Your microphone's upside down.
Always. Hello.
I started a new book on Sunday.
Right.
Yes. So I started reading it outside when it was sunny, and then 5 seconds later it started hailstoning. So I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But yeah, so that was good. I've
What's
not
it
read.
about? What's it called?
It's Shogun, actually. I don't know if you. It was.
You're still reading that, the Shogun book?
No, I bought the book, and then it arrived because it was a special edition book with like. I only buy books that have got pretty edges.
One of the people that I train dogs with, her wife is a Etsy bookbinder.
Oh, sick! Because there is someone I follow actually on Etsy who does the edging, different kind of edging.
What edging is there?
Next. Let's go next.
Well, yes. So, book edging.
Right.
And yeah.
I like edging on your lawn. That's edging to me. Yeah.
Hedge, yeah.
Hedge
trimming.
trimmer?
Yeah.
Hedge trimming.
Okay, right.
Same
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Same, yeah.
Yes. Same thing. Anyway, yes, the book was the series was on I think a few years ago, really good one.
Sky or some shit?
Yeah, the Shogun era in Japan. So it's really interesting. It's actually a good series. You'd like it. I think you'd like it.
Okay.
Watch it.
I'm trying to watch Legends at the minute. I've not actually started it yet, but someone
Yeah.
recommended it to me.
Yeah, it looks good. Did I say anything? It wasn't me, was it?
Don't think
I
so.
want to watch it. It looks really good. It's about it's a true story, isn't it? Based on a true story, I think. Yeah. But yeah, that looks good. Anywho, that's me. You.
Handled at the WRPF World Cup this Sunday, had aiming. That was pretty cool. Off to a really shaky, scary start as she fell over with her opener. So I was like, holy fuck. I don't think she's going to recover from this. And she got under the bar again, and then she came down looking solid, and then she started shaking like a shitting dog, like the last quarter of it. I was like, yeah. So that was pretty scary. And all of a sudden, like, it was just here in the back of the room, like to the front, and like her youngest was crying. I was like, oh my God, shit. Pressure's on now. But she went around the back. She got really annoyed. And then she got her second. We had to retake the opener, smoked that, which meant that we could only jump to, she's already squatted 165 in the gym before, but not in comp, so we managed to do that and got the squat record for the 82.5 class. Got 2 on the bench, no PBs there, and then on the last one we went to jump for a 2.5 kilo PB, hopefully for the deadlift, and just ground, but no cigar this time. But yeah, lots to take away from that comp, and go again for the WRPF Nationals in December. So plenty of time to rebuild and then go back in.
It's a good time to kind of say that, isn't it? Like when you do go to, like when your clients say to you, oh, I'm expecting X, Y, and Z at competitions, and it's just, you just don't know what could happen. So them like making a mistake or if nerves get to them or if something happens like outside of your control, so to speak, it's like you've lost 10 kilos off what you wanted just by something that, you know.
Just like the nerves got the better of her and she started doing stuff or worrying about things that was never an issue entire 12-week prep. So it's a case where she responds really well with being like, if I'm a cunt. So I just said to her like, well, that 170's out the window now. Forget about that. You fucked it. You're gonna have to do something about this now. And it's that if you want it, you need to fucking prove it. Yeah. And the platform crew were really, really nice and really helpful and just sort of calmed her nerves down. And then she got in and got that second squat in. But yeah, she was like, I need you to hit me. I was like, what? I don't hit a woman. I don't really have any lifters that I do slap, you know what I mean? I've not had that for a long, long time. And I says, all right, okay. She's like, make sure it's hard. I was like, just grabbed her and just went, pff. And then on the deadlifts, obviously, I just went both hands. But yeah. But I tend to do that with all my clients where I go, like, realistically, this is what you've been hitting in the gym. So realistically, we have plan A and plan B. Plan B being like, if shit hits the fan, this is what we've got. So there's none of this sort of like, when I want to get Rick, I'm going to do this. Like,
pie in the
you're
sky.
miles away from that.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. No point going, yeah. And then on the day, it's just like, you're not even close, mate. Computer says no.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
For me, I'm probably making weird noises because the dog split my lip at the weekend. So I'm like, keep licking it. It's very painful.
Went straight for the head.
It was their claw. It just went. And I'm deep into 3D printing. I'm like immersing myself.
So what else have you printed over the weekend?
Well, I only printed 2 things.
It's taken the entire weekend just to print 2 things. Was it fair that was printing last night, wasn't it? That other trophy, yeah.
I only set it up, when was it? Yesterday morning I set it up. Printed out that Implexus Strong trophy, and then I printed out those 2 other ones. You managed not to break it.
It drew a lot of attention last night. There was some guys like sort of playing with the cables of it last night.
Yeah,
do you remember?
I saw loads of people like touching
They were standing around pointing at it.
I think that's why that warning signal was going on, and Chris got a message saying, I am not working.
Fucking hell.
I think it,
I just remember it stopped for a bit and then it went
like,
back on.
Yeah, like that thing that goes like left and right, they were like trying to push that to make it go faster. Have you rage baited him yet?
No, he's already raging. He's already...
Like, what? Someone touched it?
I know you're joking. I was there watching it the whole night. Like, come on. No.
1%. Or do you remember back there in LimeWire where it just stopped and you had to re-download the whole thing again?
Fuck.
Yeah, that's what I really was worried about would happen when it came back on. I didn't know if it would like find like where
oh my god, and then restart again. So you you print it up to halfway and then you have to restart. So you've got the same what you've got here printed on top of there.
I was really, really worried. But anyway, luckily that didn't happen.
How high can it go?
30 centimeters.
30.
Yeah. So yeah, that's decent. Yeah, right, let's crack on with our topic. So, what did I say it was again? Oh, British powerlifting. I've forgotten like 4 times.
Oh, that thing. When that post, was that the weekend that came out?
I was at the weekend.
Yeah. Well, it's been ongoing now, hasn't it? This whole anti-doping week.
Is it anti? What? Right,
there's been like, I don't know, like all over social media. It's been like an anti-doping kind of resurgence on social media, where it's like, these are all the bits that we do for anti-doping. So
I saw they've made like a lot of infographics. That's the word, isn't it?
Yeah.
About like what's happening. Well, not what's happening, but like what the
to
rules
do.
are.
Yeah.
But they just basically they've always had that. They've always been funny about people mixing with those that are enhanced, and like whether they're like sharing breakfast together or fucking you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah.
I think it's because obviously now is it Joey and
Nonso
have been banned, and
But Nathaniel's not though, is he?
No, but they coach quite a lot of people and they train with quite a lot of people. So now people are like, right, okay, well, if they've got a doping ban, that means that they can't coach people.
Mm-hmm.
You just be like, not tell anyone that they were your coach, and then just fucking obviously get someone else to handle you on the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like,
I think it's down to whistleblowing as well, isn't it? So if they know you're being coached by the person who's got the ADRV,
The fucking snake, grass. There's one guy. This is one guy I've followed for a long time. It's really fucking funny. I think he competes with IPF, and whenever he goes down and trains with He's one of the UK goats and stuff. He's from Manchester and looks like stacked Jesus. We all know who we're talking. You know who I'm talking about now, right? Tom Martin.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
And whenever he gets handed out by him, just puts an emoji over his face. It's like, we all know who that is with the big veiny bicep and the long ponytail and like in the Jurassic Park t-shirt. We know that that's fucking Tom Martin, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Who's the guy that trains Ultraflex Rotherham? He's got an SBD sponsorship. What is his name?
Why?
An older guy. But like the point is, like, he's got an SBD sponsorship. He's a powerlifter.
Oh.
He's snapped his bicep like a million
It's
times.
Jim Nuttall. So
Jim.
he was part of the Andy Bolton crew back in the day. He's big dog, but he's sponsored by SBD, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was or is, and he gets free stuff. There's loads.
Yeah.
Daryl McQueen gets SBD stuff as well.
Yeah.
He's an SBD athlete.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't really understand like where
The
the
line is.
line is.
Yeah.
Like, right, okay, because these big profile lifters, or not even big profile lifters, because these lifters that have been doing it and sponsored for like so many years, they're just still carrying on the way they are, but they're bringing in these new rules, but they're not affected, but some people are. I don't know, there's just so many like weird little grey areas, like some people can do it, some people can't.
It's a mad issue, isn't it, with like, so because British Powerlifting want to be affiliated with WADA to do their testing, to hopefully gain one Olympic status.
It's never going to happen.
WRPF is with WADA.
Yeah.
No, are they with WADA now?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
And we actually test people. There was loads of fucking tests this weekend.
Well, I was trying to find out if I could find out what the, how many athletes got tested at British Juniors this weekend to the amount of athletes that actually entered the competition.
Did you
'Cause
find out?
I didn't, I wasn't able to, but I think they release those possibly towards the end of the year, from what I'm thinking. I don't think they release them too close to the competition, which is annoying. However, to me, after the whole issue with Nonso and Joey came around, I think the biggest thing that British Powerlifting could have done, rather than this whole, you know, like we don't support this, spiel this week, would have been, well, we're going to actively put this money that you give us on entry fees for testing. We're going to make sure that we do more testing than we've done ever before. That to me would have been a proactive step in the right direction for us as athletes in the federation to think, oh, they are actually stepping this up now, so they're making sure more athletes are tested, which is what we want. Like, if you're in a tested fed, you want to know that you're in a clean spot. It's all right to say
level
it.
playing field.
Yeah, it's all right to say it. It's all right to say, yeah, like, we've all got to have integrity. We've all got to be like this, but we've got to do something about it and actively test these athletes. Otherwise, they're going to go under the radar. Like, obviously, they've not passed a test. They've just avoided testing, which is, again, 6-7.
Yeah.
It's like, just puts that level of doubt everywhere.
Because on the Sunday just gone, when Amy was competing, there's 3 flights and there was like 4 or 5 that could pull for testing at the end.
Yeah.
But like, at what point should a tested fed say, like, right, okay, say for instance it's WADA or like whoever the labs are, there's so many labs around the UK, you say like, right, okay, you pay for let's say it's like a 3-year membership, instead of being like just 1-year membership, you pay for a 3-year membership, and within your first year of membership, you have to go get a drugs test at an affiliated lab. Then that way, every single person with a British Powerlifting membership has at least passed a drug test.
Yeah,
They should still do the out of hours drug testing and the random testing and shit like that. But every 3 years, within the first year of purchasing that membership, so you are literally testing yourself every 3 years. And like, part of the membership is like, right, okay, we'll reduce membership fees maybe, because like, okay, it's going to be, what's membership now? Like 60 quid?
50 quid, I think
50
it's 14.
quid.
Yeah, 50 quid, which is not too bad, really.
Okay, so that's not too bad. So, all right, okay, you're going to get a 3-year membership for instead of 150 quid, it's going to be 120 quid. But you've got to go off your own back and prove that you are.
I'd pay an extra membership. I'm paying every time I enter a comp. So say if I was one of those who had 6 British powerlifting competitions a year, that's like, I don't know what's the entry fee, like it's the entry fee and then 20 quid for drug testing every single time. I could just pay that for one hit a year.
Yeah.
And
Just do the test yourself.
just do the
Go-
test
yeah.
every year. Yeah.
I feel like it should be that because then that guarantees every single member has got a clean test.
And you can't
But then
get a
people
membership.
miss dates and stuff, and then I just feel like then it's just not strict enough, and then they can just sort of bend it or maybe time when they're going to get their
if you
fucking
could,
tests.
because if you don't get a test, you can't enter a competition because you can't get a membership without this test. It's like you can't coach without a DRB certificate or a safeguarding certificate.
And you can't handle now without a coaching license or whatever.
Yeah. So why can you compete without being tested?
Yeah. I think it would be good. And
It's a good
like,
idea.
yeah, okay, you
that
can.
would kill them though,
I
because
like
then,
that, though.
like for me, starting off was like, I don't want to pay that amount, and yes, I'm natty, but I can't be asked to prove that. I can just go fucking compete elsewhere that are just easily go. But if you seriously and you are like, you're definitely strong enough to get to the higher level, then you are going to be all eggs in that basket, right? But for the people that are like, I want to dip my toe, they're just going to go to other federations. And I
Maybe,
feel like
but
it
then
would
does
wean
like-
out a lot more.
Potentially, but then does that matter
Well,
if
that's money
if
though,
British
innit?
powerlifting is like they're putting on like their nationals is only like invite only now,
Nice.
then
Big dog shit.
yeah, their like worlds and that is obviously invite only. Are they just looking for the people that want to be at like the highest level of testedness? If that's a word.
Yeah.
So then, right, okay, if people like aren't particularly serious, yeah, go down the WRPF route. But when you want to get serious, maybe come back over to British powerlifting, do your test, see what you stack up with like these lifters. I don't know, like I don't see it as a bad thing, and especially if there's out of hours testing and like still some competition testing in there as well, because. Yeah, you can plan your 3 years around like some cycles. However, if there's still like random testing going on, it's going to reduce that a lot.
So you're saying you got to do your tests on your own as well once a year with a random at any point?
Yeah.
Yeah, so one random test a year whilst doing your own tests, yeah. I think that's how they should do it.
And then you can't get a membership that year unless you can prove that you've had this test done.
Yeah, you've passed the test.
Yeah. And then you can compete with other like tested athletes.
Yeah. I feel like it's like real life, isn't it? Like you're not going to go for like a new sexual partner until you've had an STI test, are you?
Ring ring.
Ling, ling. Got some good news, I got some bad news. Good news, it's you're not gonna die. Bad news is
There's cream for it.
it's gonorrhea.
It's gonna
Syphilis.
sting.
Or like jobs
Yeah.
and stuff as well. Like you've got to be able to like pass your GCSEs before you can get like
man.
certain
Yeah,
jobs.
When
here's my
I-
record of achievement.
Fucking flew over to Hong Kong to do that internship for the year in that hotel. They flew me in straight away, and I had to go. As soon as I went from the interview, I had to go to the doctor's urine sample and a stool test for some fucking weird reason.
Yeah.
Before I could start. Jump all these little hoops.
I like that idea. I think when it comes to maybe the divisional levels, like there can be, I don't know if there's like a divisional membership and then a national membership. So then it can be, you could probably lift divisionally and be tested whenever the division does the testing, like very
On the comp.
random.
Yeah.
You can do that, there's no like pressure. But as soon as you get to national level, it's like you will have to get a national membership and you will have to be tested before you get
And at that point,
Yeah.
the membership should be more expensive.
because
Or-
then you do want to be able to prove that the whole reason you're in a tested fed is because you want to prove that you're the strongest person in that federation without using anything to
Within
assist
those
you.
rules.
Within those
Simple.
rules, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're not bothered about that, then why are you in that federation? Why
Yeah.
are you avoiding? Why are you avoiding tests or?
Yeah, it wouldn't even be that hard to just use like peer pressure, would it? Like on the British powerlifting website, like this is very fucking easy to do. You have a member database available for everyone to look through, so you can see everyone with an active British powerlifting membership, and you can see
The results.
date of last test.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be so good.
They just be like, see who your competitors are, and be like, well, look at that. They've not been tested.
And if
so
like
how's that going to be?
Yeah, so like you say, with the divisional, you don't need to do a test, but it will say NA, like never tested or whatever.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you can go for a test. You can then submit your test, and then you can put your last test date on there
that's
and
a
say
good
like, look,
idea.
I'm clean.
Yeah.
I've had my test then.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd agree, I suppose, like in the international level, then it would be a case of the next cat up, the price for the membership would be more expensive, because unless they're willing to sponsor the athlete, because in a sense it's like it's a bit more serious. Then you're gonna have to get tested for more things.
you
It won't be as
probably-
simple. It'd be a more in detail test then, wouldn't it?
You're going to be in that registered testing pool then, aren't you, if you're that good anyway?
And make it more regular.
So it's going to be more regular, and it's going to be out of competition
Might
testing. And it's
be
going
might
to
be two out of like two random testing, one on your own.
Yeah.
I also think I think we discussed it last time we were talking about this, but the actual the consequence of failing, avoiding a test is minimal. So if I am coached by someone that has been banned, I get a similar like
Backlash.
punishment that he gets for actually taking the substance or avoiding like being tested.
Hypothetical person in that direction.
How? Yeah, not you. Over there.
Well, I've never fucking failed drugs test, have I? Don't be that guy assuming.
No, but it's so why are those on the same level? That doesn't make any sense. And also, to me, I can avoid a test because I'm only going to get a 2-year ban. And if I'm a young athlete that's just starting the sport,
That's fuck all. That's penis, isn't
it's
it?
nothing. It's literally nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's 10 years, well, I'm not going to fucking do that because I don't want to waste 10 years not being able to compete or break a record or whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that needs looking at, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't think my opinion is really going to do much.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they don't care.
I just think that it's the fact of like, right, okay, they're all volunteers. If you were to, okay, like so with our like, what I'm competing in at the minute with like the dogs and that, we have one person, right, that's got like a really, really fucking good job, but he doesn't do that much. And he's into like IT. So he's creating like websites and like AI software and like member lists just off his own back. No one in British powerlifting is willing to do that. And if they are willing to do that, there's so much pushback within like the federation and whatever, like where we are, like where I am, they're just, everyone's so thankful for this person like taking his time to do his like thing, and like whatever he does,
Make the
everyone's
sport
like,
better.
thank you.
Yeah.
Whereas like with British powerlifting, it seems very much like, oh yeah, you've done that, great, but you can't use it because
We're going to
didn't
run
prove
it up against whoever's up top and see what they decide.
yeah,
like some
that's-
sort of a big fucking.
We live in the
business.
Stone Age, no AI, like not
Yeah.
allowed. Like all
Yeah.
this, I just think there's so much like bureaucracy behind British powerlifting that you can't like get anywhere with any decent ideas.
Yeah.
And if you then try and get anywhere, everyone calls you a nonce, but sometimes justifiably.
True. Disclaimer, there's no nonsense here. We're not, we've never been called a nonce.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting. But yeah. Any more to say on that?
I don't think so.
No.
I think Mike would if he wasn't.
Yeah,
He
he's
didn't need a new
he's
car.
fucking tearing a new one, to be fair. There's just annoying things. I always get annoyed about like you know, like if you're untested and you coach some athletes that are over there and stuff, and they're just gonna like, oh, you can't be coaching with them because it's, or you can't coach an athlete that is untested.
Yeah.
But that's just taking money out of your fucking pocket.
Yeah, we said that yesterday, didn't we?
And that's what really fucking grinds my gears. Like,
Yeah.
what if you owned a gym and all your fucking, most of the people that are in there are enhanced? What do you do then? Or,
Well,
do you know what, guys, you're going to have to be banned from this gym.
It
fucking bullshit.
takes the common sense element out of it. So you as a coach and athlete are educated to play fair, have integrity, and do the right thing. So you do that, and then you have people who've decided to lift in a different federation where they're untested, absolutely fine. Why now am I not allowed to speak to this person, train with this person, and get tips from this person? Because now I'm uneducated and I can't make a decision.
And also, would you be able to
myself.
work with that person? What if they were like your boss?
Yeah.
Or what if they were like your colleagues? So what are you going to do then? No, you can't work with them, mate.
It's just a very primitive way of saying that they're untested, you're tested, so there's more scope for you to take like said banned substance because they take it,
Yeah.
but then not giving you the benefit of the doubt that you've been educated enough and do not want to take those performance enhancing drugs because that's not how you play.
Yeah, I just think I don't know how, I don't know from a legal standpoint how they can do it, because British powerlifting are not the employer of the coaches. So therefore, if the coaches are self-employed, they then have the right to pick their own working hours and their own clients. So then therefore, how do British powerlifting have the right to dictate who the clients are, unless they are willing to pay the coaches for coaching British powerlifting members?
Is this a British powerlifting rule, or is this a WADA rule?
Ooh, interesting.
Don't know.
That's what I don't know. So are they just
Well, we're not thingy with WADA, are we? So then it would be British powerlifting at the minute.
We're not affiliated with WADA.
Is British powerlifting affiliated with WADA?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
so to be able to get Olympic status, and also I think to be able to get funding from the government eventually, to be seen as whatever they are affiliated with WADA for those reasons. And I don't know if it's WADA's rules that British powerlifting are just enforcing to be able to be in the WADA club.
Yeah.
Or whether it's British powerlifting having this role.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
But
It's tough,
I'm
that,
not
isn't it?
sure.
But like equally on the same side of it, right? You ban everyone from seeing or talking about or whatever with untested people. Say for instance you have someone that is going to do it anyway regardless. It is safer for that person to have access to information rather than being like, I'm going to do this, but I can't like talk to anyone about it, so I'm just going to like guess and jab myself a few times.
Yeah. But also then go, actually, I like the federation that they're in, and I'm going to, because I wouldn't mind doing this, I'm going to go and lift in that federation now because that sounds better for me than what I did before.
Yeah.
Rather than, I'm going to do that, I'm going to stay in the same federation that I was in where I'm not allowed to do it.
Yeah. It's just very frustrating. Like,
Yeah.
British powerlifting is just, at the end of the day, all the decisions recently have just been trying to monopolize the sport and be like, right, okay, if you are part of British powerlifting, you are now part of our cult that you cannot go out and be seen with any other federations. You can't coach any other federations. You can't do any other federations. You can't like be seen like anything with anyone else. So you have to be fully immersed in the cult of British powerlifting. However, if you say like, right, okay, we're British powerlifting, this is our USP, That's WRPF. They have their own USP. That's ABS. They have their own USP. Like, we sit within powerlifting to accommodate X lifters, and they're going to accommodate Y lifters. There's place for everyone.
Yeah.
All these lifters have somewhere to go. They can go between each other and decide which they like the best, but there's no point in fucking like forcing someone to stay, because as soon as they go, they'll be like, oh, this is so much nicer. Like, I can do
I think
whatever
this
I
is
want.
the thing, like, you know, you talked about reintroducing like some more testing and stuff. So if you brought that in place, and let's just say I'm just going to go and do a comp at abs and WRPF or whatever, or ABP or whatever it is, then as long as I bring back a result of clean testing,
Yeah.
you can't stop me from competing for BPF. But then everybody wins.
Yeah.
You've got a platform for everyone to suit everyone under different rules, different settings, different levels. I get to go and compete against your natural lifters.
Yeah.
If I was natural, but
you've
you get what I
effectively
mean?
You've got your own testing passport.
Yes.
So I can fuck off
Yeah.
to any federation I want. I've got my own thing to prove that I am I've been tested every single year, that I can go wherever I want because I'm clean. And you can go back to British powerlifting and go, look,
Yeah.
I've been tested for the last 3 years. Like, I can come into your federation,
Yeah.
whereas they can't now.
Oh, it could be interesting as well. Joe. It could be really
Really
interesting.
cool.
Like if you just merged everyone, all the feds together, and then you just said, right, this comp's happening. So and so's pulled out. So and so's just put their passport in, and says, yeah, they're going to step in last minute.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Things like that.
Yeah. Because I think
Then everyone could get to compete against everyone. Then
when powerlifting
that is natty.
came about, it was like you did dip your toe in everything.
Yeah.
You did a bit
Did
of
you?
like you did.
Yeah,
a
I
bit
did.
of-
I don't remember that.
I did ABPU. Yeah, ABPU.
The body power one.
Yeah.
That was so fucking good, wasn't it?
Yeah, I
you
did
were
that
the
one.
free platform.
Yeah.
I think you were with Nat, and I was on the far left platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that one, and then I was like, all right, I'm like one of like 3 people in my category. Fuck this. And
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
British powerlifting.
Because
Yeah.
most of them were untested.
Yeah.
Yeah, my platform was really busy.
But yeah.
Not that I've been
Yeah,
tested
like
positive.
that's the thing. I wanted like competition, and I was like, right, okay, I've just received like 13 records for like the junior, the senior, the weight class above me, below me, whatever. I was like, right, okay, I want some like competition.
Yeah.
British powerlifting has got these records that like are achievable one day for me. Like I'm going to try and push for them, and there's actually like competition there.
But I bet you had more fun still though at that comp. That is one of the best comps I've ever. The body
was a
power's
good comp, to be fair,
Yeah,
yeah.
I told you.
But that's why I like doing the comps that like, that means like I really like Showdown, because like we get to go and like it's public and the public can watch, and like
Yeah.
that's why I like body
It
power.
builds the atmosphere in it. It's just not the same anymore. The FitXs, it's okay. I got a couple of clients competing to those. As I said to them, like this will feel like a pro comp, and you'll have a really really good time. But I think from what we've come from, body power's fucking mint. Because all of a sudden you just get like, we had Mark Bell walking around watching us. I was like, oh my god, I'm about to go on. Mark Bell's there. It's like
Yeah.
you saw your heroes and stuff, and I think it was just such an awesome weekend.
Yeah.
You're never gonna get that again. That's gone.
Yeah.
Arnold's shit. And it's full of little dickheads everywhere.
Yeah. That was like the prime age of fitness, where there wasn't many cunts about.
Yeah.
You had like some cool influencers.
It was the
that
actual
were-
Gymshark crew who were the all actual original influencers.
Yeah, yeah,
Because obviously
yeah.
Ziz had died. And then it was just the Gymshark crew, and then it was, who else was there? The
There was,
body
like,
engineers, all the bodybuilding crew from Netherlands, selling all their merch.
Yeah. I liked
The Hodge
it.
twins.
Yeah. I liked it when it was
Cutler
like
was always there.
Steve Kirk, Christian
Yeah.
Guzman.
Who's the British guy with the longish hair that was on Off to
Yeah.
Nutrition with Steve Cook?
Lex.
Nah, but he's Gymshark. I know you're on about.
Yeah.
Lex.
Was Guzman Alphalete?
He is now, yeah.
What was he before?
Gymshark.
Oh.
But I liked it when they were all like original influencers. Gymshark like picked them up, be like,
Yeah.
that's-
Matt Ogus. He was a power builder, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Good old days. Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
But that would be a cool idea though, wouldn't it? Like a sort of like natty passport.
Yeah.
And then you can just like, right, so-and-so's pulled out. We're going to bring this guy in last minute. Boom. In.
Yeah.
And then
I
again,
don't know if they like it. So you can't just get tested. You have to be tested. Is it by UCAD? So you'd that. So I don't.
but
know
if
it's like,
you're that natty, then why does it matter? Well, it wouldn't matter, would it? You can just get that test done. You just enter any comp and any test.
It's
Surely.
the way they test. So like, yeah, it becomes a bit like sciencey, but it's the way they test. Like some use like isotope testing, which is what you should use. That's like gold standard testing.
Sounds very expensive.
Very, very expensive.
Yeah.
Isotope testing basically like, so where people used to struggle with like previous testing, unless they had a biological passport of like, right, okay, these are my natural levels of like testosterone or whatever, or like all your other markers. And then you were like tested, and then all of a sudden like you were like 4 times the amount of testosterone, and be like, right, okay, you're on something, aren't you?
Yeah.
CRT, mate.
And so like you had limits of like where your markers could like fluctuate from, and as soon as you went over, they were like, right, okay, that's a positive test, like we're gonna ban you. Now they do well. This was brought in like 10 years ago now, but isotope testing. Because testosterone is obviously, it's produced in the body, so you can't just say like you've tested positive for testosterone, because they were like, I produced that.
No, I do that.
Your body will produce a testosterone with a specific isotope number, and then if you take exogenous testosterone, it has a different isotope number. So if they then test you and you have 2 types of testosterone, they can be like, right.
Yeah, that's strange.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's like, it's the same with like growth hormone and all that. Like
I think at that point though, to do those sort of tests, you are the ones that are doing Sheffield. You are the ones that are doing like the big, you know what I mean? Like the really big comps that are untested, tested.
Yeah. You're in like the top.
You're not gonna go that in deep, spending that much money on a membership and a drug passport if you're just doing, hi, I'm here for a qualifier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it would be good though, because like you can, even if you pick like UKAD, like pick the labs, UKAD will have like X amount of labs around the country that are like certified by it, registered with it, like whatever. So like, if you know you've got a comp coming up, you'd be like, right, okay, I've got to take a day out to go to that lab.
You could even get a lab where they have mobile, and then eventually they'll be big enough to actually have labs in like a van, like they do sometimes where they do the eval, they bring a van to some of the comps and stuff, and they'll just do your bloods there and then.
Yeah.
Read your bloods, bloodletting and stuff like that. They could have things that come out to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I care so much. I don't even fucking...
Yeah.
Not that. I've never tested positive before though, so I never failed the drugs test, so I don't know
But
about that.
then you've got the option then, haven't you? So it's like, if I can't be bothered to go through that rigmarole, I'll just remain natty, but I'll just go in an untested fed because I can't be bothered.
Yeah.
And then that you do you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see there's any reason why you can't do that. ABS, prime example, like if you want to do a cool comp, go do that.
Yeah.
And they're accessible now, they're in England.
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere, aren't they? They're in Greece as well. In Greece, they're in Australia. I think who was it? The Australian girl that competed at the pro last time, Lily Riley. I think this might be her last ever comp in Australia. I think it is. Yeah. Steffi Cohen's competing in abs soon-ish, I think. Yeah. Is that the East Coast comp? Maybe, I don't know.
I saw she's brought out a documentary now.
Is she? Is it Netflix?
I don't know.
Or is it a documentary from her side of things?
Yeah.
Right.
It was like, she posted an Instagram yesterday and it was like all the newspaper like headlines of her. And then it was like, it just went to a black screen and then it went, the true story, ...
Ooh.
Oh.
YouTube.
Maybe, yeah.
YouTube it is.
According to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. Well, we were going to talk about equipment, but let's save that for another time.
Equipment?
Yeah.
Was it kit? Training kit?
Like training kit. Like why SBD is really shit.
The belt's okay, isn't it? To be fair, all my pins are falling out now.
I like Wallander. I'm not a big SBD belt fan.
Shut up. This is next episode.
Okay. Okay, Daddy.
We don't want to ruin it.
I thought we were talking about like actual equipment. Like we were talking about the hip thrust machine. Should we tell him?
The booty
What?
builder.
Hip thrust machine.
Not hip thrust machine.
Oh,
The extension.
yeah. Jen's just not rating the back extension, and
That
was
we've
saying
got
that
right
would like to
now.
replace it.
I'm like, please can we update it?
I also
Why?
happen.
Not why, because literally if you've got a pubic bone or what you guys have got, it's not good for that area.
Just put a pad there.
See, I told you he's not having it.
No, we could get this machine that's like being held hostage in Newcastle.
I've got
Tell
an
him.
elite FTS back extension, so you can do like barbell back extensions on. It's got band pegs on. It's quite big though.
You see the one that I sent you yesterday, that wall-mounted one?
No.
Yesterday, 2 days ago.
Ooh.
No.
It was like a wall-mounted one, and it was a GHR, a reverse hyper, a seal row, so it had like seal row hooks. It had dumbbell like things as well.
Oh, so you can unrack it from there and do seal rows with that.
Yeah.
What we're talking about? What's the damage?
It had a chest, like, so you can just do like chest supported stuff. What else did it have? Can't remember. Had loads of shit on it. It was like 7 machines in one.
What we're talking about?
All mounted. I didn't look how much it was. I didn't want to.
Then no point talking about it if we don't, because you know it's definitely not affordable. You're not going to look at the price. There's no point of.
But yeah, it did look cool.
It was really cool.
And because it was wall mounted, it literally just like folded down and like that was it. Done.
Yeah, but someone would fucking die. Someone would like kill themselves. Like, yeah, some idiot. You know what I
Trapped
mean?
in between the wall and the machine.
I tried to do some sideways on there, and my head stuck. You know what I
Is it
mean?
Mike?
It's nah.
Mike's the closest person to getting their head stuck. Oh, I tell
Really?
a lie, actually. I got my head stuck the other day. I was putting the yoke back, and you know where the 2 yokes are, like down the bottom of the estro.
Yeah.
So I was like walking the yoke back. I put it next to it, and then I was like, oh, let's move
How
it
do I
back.
get out?
Yeah, Mike almost chopped his head off.
Was that when he did the SSB?
Oh yeah, when he was going for like was it a 1 rep max or a 10 rep max?
It was like 10 rep max on Hatfield. The bar was in front of him. He got like halfway up, and then he just decided to try and dump the bar. But because it was an SSB, he couldn't dump the bar, and he went, "Oh no!" And the barbell was there.
Oh, but was the bars like going into the barbells here? The SSB was going like this with his head in it.
It was like a guillotine.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but his neck would have
Mike
saved
got?
him. He's got a fat neck, hasn't he?
There was like 100. I think it was like 230. I'm pretty sure it was like 230 kilos. That was like.
And he would have been lean then, because was he like 100? I was only 90
Yeah.
kilos back then, so he would have been 100.
Yeah, and
Mike's
it happened
my favourite
fast.
person now anyway.
Why?
Because he brought me some meat in yesterday.
It was good that in it. That beef rib or brisket, whatever it was
Oh, he said
unreal.
he was going to bring me some.
It was really good, and it was a stout BBQ sauce. I was like, wow.
I know.
It definitely